Anthony Slater here with Darnell Mayberry at the Thunder post-game update presented by Bob Moore Ford. Thunder 111-109 over a pretty pesky Hawks team tonight. Obviously, I mean, like every time we're talking lately, it was about Kevin Durant again. 41 points on 15 of 25 shooting. He had huge plays down the stretch, including the game winner with about a second and a half to go. His performance, talk about it.
Can we just go back to the last video we did here? And same thing we said then applies now. Kevin Durant's just on a phenomenal run right now. In January, he was the player of the week coming in, along with Paul Millsap for the Hawks in the Eastern Conference. Just an incredible run right now. He's scoring the basketball, the 5 assists, making his teammates better, and the efficiency. I love the efficiency. 15 to 25 again tonight. Just amazing run right now by Kevin Durant.
When the season's over, this won't, go down as a huge win. It's a 2-point win over the Hawks at home. But, I mean, if you actually, were at the game, it's pretty impressive they were able to pull this out. They were down 14 at one point in the third, pretty much down the entire game until, Durant hits that game winner. Just overall, what did you think of the performance?
I thought for 3.5 quarters they were terrible defensively, and they got to be much better defensively going forward because the Heat, if you play that defense that way, they're going to make you pay. You're going to be on the wrong side of a blowout in Miami on Wednesday. But the last half of the fourth quarter, they got their defense together. Serge Ibaka with some huge block shots. Derek Fisher came up big with some nice hustle plays. And I think, Kevin Durant even had a block on Paul Millsap one time when he got Reggie Jackson isolated on a low block. So defensively really is what turned the tide. Kevin Durant just gets the headlines with the 41 points in the game winner.
There's nothing more to say. The guy he's a special player. He's going to be an MVP candidate until he decides to retire. He's an amazing teammate, which I'm as proud of that as he is as a player. The guy he cares about the game. He cares about his team. He cares about Oklahoma City. He's a great ambassador, not only to our team but the league, to the basketball world.
Emotional game. I was up and down the whole game. Emotional everywhere. So I just had to try to keep together at the end of the game and come through for my team. And by the grace of God, I was able to hit a few shots. I was out there having fun, man. I'm just trying to play. I'm not coming in saying I got to do this. I have to do it. I'm not one of those guys that predetermines anything. I just go off how the game is played and what different schemes teams are throwing at me, and just play, be aggressive that way. I'm just enjoying it, just having fun with it, taking it a day at a time.
He's playing great, the best I've ever seen him play, and we need it from him. So he's obviously a huge part of what we're doing, and he's doing other things too other than scoring. He's coming in engaged. He's playing well defensively. He's passing the ball, so he's doing a ton for us.
8-game win streak for the Thunder, tops in the NBA. But, I mean, it's all about Wednesday's game, really. Thunder Heat in Miami, Durant versus LeBron. There'll be some MVP buzz in that game. What are you looking for, especially with that Durant-LeBron matchup?
It's going to be a great matchup, but the thing is, with Russell Westbrook out, you can't really take too much, read too much into it, because the Heat defense can really scheme towards stopping Kevin Durant with Russell Westbrook not around to alleviate that pressure. So I think it's still going to be a fun game. It's still going to be a great individual matchup, but no one's really expecting the Thunder to go down there and win. Now, if they do, it's great, but I think it's going to be a fun matchup no matter what.
Kevin Durant obviously at this point has established himself as the MVP favorite. Do you think if LeBron can outplay him, Wednesday in Miami, next month here, can he kind of get himself back in the discussion, or do you think Durant's running away with it?
I think Durant's running away with it, but you bring up a good point. If Kevin Durant, sort of cools off when Russell Westbrook comes back and LeBron James takes that next step, and you mentioned it a couple times, this is about the time when Miami went on that 27-game winning streak and really took the league by storm. LeBron captained that streak. So if they do something like that again, not 27 in a row, but just go on a hot streak, a nice little run, LeBron James can get back in it. It's far from over, but Kevin Durant is head and shoulders the MVP favorite right now.
6 p.m. on ESPN on Wednesday. Everyone's going to be watching. That'll do it for us here tonight at the Peak. Once again, Thunder over the Hawks. This was the Bob Moore Ford update. For best Thunder coverage anywhere, stay tuned to newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.